I just want one episode. We don't flip back to hoes and females.
You got a flat ass. It's not getting those little shots in your butt. There's a lot more masculine bras out here, you know. And we're live.
Derrick, you're homeless right now. Which state do you want to live in?
Probably LA.
So California, because LA is a city, but that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. Don't need to get all technical on you. But why?
And I feel like if you live in like LA and you're homeless, you would fit in. Like,
because the way people dress and look and act
and smell. So it's like,
you smelly LA folks.
Like, I feel like you could like skate by in LA. So like, say if I was like a homeless man on the beach in LA, I'm pretty sure I can trick a couple white women to take me in. You know? Yeah. I don't think I have a problem with that.
Yeah, no. I feel like you. Yeah, I definitely feel like you can make your way around LA a lot easier.
As a homeless man, what about you?
I would say Hawaii, honestly. I'd say probably Hawaii or LA, because I was going to say LA, but I didn't want to have the same boring-ass answer as you did. So I went with Hawaii. And because I was going to... I was not even playing. Never mind. That fucked the whole thing up. But no, Hawaii, because the beaches, the weather. I feel like the same way as LA. You would just fit in. I feel like more people look homeless in Hawaii than they do LA. I feel like there are more homeless people in Hawaii than there are LA. So I feel like if you live in Hawaii, you're technically already homeless anyways.
What? I never thought of Hawaii as like a homeless state. Like if you said somewhere like Haiti maybe or like
no, because I even Googled it before the episode, and Hawaii was the number one answer. It's right here. Best states for the homeless. The clear winner for being homeless is Hawaii.
Well, why though?
Large island, the advantages of being homeless: warm weather year round, public restrooms, showers at beach locations, and like I said, they eat like birds and stuff anyway, so you just gotta catch one at the beach, fry it up real quick. They have food carts everywhere. I feel like being homeless, like I said, being homeless in Hawaii is living in Hawaii. If you live in Hawaii, you're homeless. Sorry. Because LA, you have big, they have big mansions and whatnot, but like in Hawaii, you're just homeless already. You can't really build. Is mansions in Hawaii? Let's see.
I'm pretty sure there's mansions in Hawaii, Brad.
Let's see.
Like, I don't know. I mean, LA because like
I feel like as a homeless man, you can sneak onto one of these properties and just chill.
I feel like in LA though, you wouldn't have to. Like, you could just.
You wouldn't have to what?
Like try. Like I said, I can get adopted by some white women and I'd be perfectly fine in LA. They'll look at me as a social project.
Yeah, that is true.
You know
that is true. Yeah,
like, I would touch some hearts.
I haven't eaten in a month. Would you happen to spare some change?
No, you.
Oh my God, guys! This homeless guy hasn't eaten in a month. We're about to hook him up. Like, where do you want? Let's go to In-N-Out.
Hey, yo.
And then after he did the. Oh my God! Is this your first time at In-N-Out? How do you like it?
Like,
good. Okay, we got the footage. Bye.
Wow,
give me my burger back, bitch.
Like a nigga when you first get out of prison, they homeboys always look. He ain't had a burger in 6 years. Just roasting.
Next time he hits you up to go to that burger joint, nah, I'm busy. That's right.
But I don't think I'd be a bum homeless man in LA. Like,
you think you would try to make something out of yourself as a homeless man?
No, I'll get like jacked up like in a month, right? Mm-hmm. And then I act like I'm not even homeless and shit. So that's my plan, right? Because like if you act like you're homeless, you don't get treated like you're homeless.
Yeah.
But I would be able to finesse my way.
I agree. Yeah,
from sleeping on the people's couches to moving
to sleeping in a Marriott,
like,
sleeping in a nice ass luxury.
Like say if I just didn't have clothes or like I just had a pair of pants, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, he's just in a party mood and shit, and I
yeah, because you're in LA, you're just walking out.
It's kind of late. I can crash at your house. I have to be. Look, this.
Hey, bro, I just left this party right down the street, bro. They didn't let me stay. You mind if I just spend? I'm too drunk to drive. Like you could do something like that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
And then you're there for a week, and then they don't even care.
You work your way up to the king homeless status, like
the vloggers. That's what it is. I'm gonna tell you, if you a homeless man. I feel like nowadays, if a homeless person finds a vlogger, a YouTube vlogger, they're set.
True.
They're fucking set. Because like I said, he hasn't eaten for a month. Face ass. That's what they do.
Like them Facebook posts and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I saw this kind of homeless man, so I just had him down for coffee.
Yes, I listened to his life story, and I really got to understand him better as a person as I hopped back into my air-conditioned Tesla and drove off to my mansion. And he stayed on the streets of Santa Monica Boulevard.
That just goes to show hoes ain't shit.
Listen to We're talking about homeless people. We're talking about homeless people. I just want one episode. One episode, we don't flip back to hoes and females on some shit.
I mean, well, speaking of females, because like, nah, because like, hear me out, okay? I'm not gonna say nothing. Like, we're having a conversation, right, about the red pill, right?
Okay, yeah.
You know, you wanted to see if you were red pill.
Oh yeah.
Or blue pill.
Yes.
See, like, I was gonna just start.
Yeah, we can do this. So this is gonna be a segment real quick because Derrick describes himself as a red pill individual. I'll let you kind of describe that if you'd like to. You know, he's all over in the man sphere, and he wants to introduce me to that life. So I want to see what where I'm at. If I'm a blue pill, red pill, purple pill, black pill, white pill, rainbow pill.
Not black pill. You could be white pill.
Oh, I didn't even know white pill was a thing. See,
super simp.
Already.
That's what they are.
What?
Super simp.
Well, I'm not that.
But like, and let's get the record straight. I don't bash females. When I say anything about a female, I am being 100% honest. Okay, these are my beliefs.
Last week, all females are fraudulent.
It's fucking true, bro. It's fucking true.
I don't bash females though, but you're all a bunch of fucking losers.
If you wear a mask outside, right, you're not showing your true face. Mm-hmm. Why do you think a lot of females suffer from insecurities? They're not even showing them true selves. So how can they be secure in themselves? Because they're showing a face like a fake persona. Tell me.
Maybe they're pretending to be actresses, because a lot of them want to be famous. They're trying to be actresses and trying to live into the role.
They want to be better than what they really are. That's what makeup does. These little A cups, people wearing push-up bras and shit. No, you have a fucking A cup. You deal with those problems. Like, you got a flat ass. It's not getting those little shots in your butt.
Botox or BBL.
No, it's either try to hit the gym and build some muscle back there, or
do some squats.
Yeah, or just call it quits. You know what I'm saying? Like.
So, all right. So before we get canceled into this female shit, what is being a red pill? How would you describe, in your personal opinion, what is being a red pill, man?
So, red pill is about being aware of like female nature, and moving accordingly. So
kind of the way they act and feel.
The way they act and feel, like men and females don't think the same or act the same. Mm-hmm. So if you're not aware of those things, then you're liable to get finessed in a way. Like you see those relationships where there's these Uncle Tom type motherfuckers that get married to their wives and their wife will cheat on them and things like that. That's because
like the rich fat white dude who's got the pretty ass wife, like Donald Trump, for example.
Well, those dudes tend to be red pill.
Okay. Well, yeah, I guess Donald Trump is pretty red pill the way he talks about it.
They're pretty red pill because so females have a thing called hypergamy, right? Mm-hmm. It's basically where they look for the best of the best, and sometimes they have like an overinflated value of like what they deserve and like what they should look for. So like, say if you're over 6 feet, you're muscular, you're a business owner, you're a leader. They want those qualities and shit. So they'll look for like the best in that, right? And so leaders tend to be not agreeable. They tend to be more masculine, so they have those traits, and that's what females like, because females are feminine, and they need the masculine energy to counteract. There's a lot of more masculine bras out here, but that's that feminine music, but basically, even females don't date down, if you make they'll either date equal or up. They don't date down. Mm-hmm. They'll do it for a while, but it won't last. I mean, you can tell by most relationships. If you ask these females, they'll say, "Oh, I got to make a dude that makes 6 figures, 5." Mm-hmm. It always has to be their level or higher. They won't date down. If you ask a CEO of a female, they won't date a fucking blue collar man. They disdain it. But men, we don't care. We don't care about a female's finances. It doesn't matter to me if my girl makes works at McDonald's. I don't care.
Yeah.
So that's where the hypergamy is, and there's certain females where since they make 6 figures, right, they want a man that makes 6 figures, right? Mm-hmm. But the thing is, females and men don't think the same because we don't care about the finances. Mm-hmm. So when females do more, they limit their dating pool because they're only chasing like higher value men than them.
So the more successful a woman is, the less partners she has potentially. Yeah. Is what you're saying.
Well, it's their fault though, right? So like, cause like I said, they chase the higher dudes, right? But like, only 10% of men make over like $500,000, right? Six figures.
So I'm in the 14% and the 10%. Damn, I'm killing it.
Like so, like if you're only dating like looking at the 10% of men, right? So you already got a smaller pool, from there. Yeah. Because of the hypergamy, they don't really like to date lower. So once you raise your status, they're looking at the 10% of men. So their dating pool is shortened by themselves, not like because they're still 90% men, but they're technically invisible. Like if you ask a female, like say she goes to like Walmart, do you remember the cashier? And it was a male, they'd be like, they wouldn't know. It was like about like 90% of men are invisible to females. Like there's studies that show like I think it's like 30 to 20% of men are sexually active, and 80% are not. So that means like 80% of men are virgins or haven't had sex before. That's a fucking that's a sad number. So the females are already tasting only the 20% of men. Yeah. And then you limit that by trying to take the top 10%, which some are married, some like some are not in America. So they limit themselves to like 1% of men, and that's where they end up dying alone, basically. For real, like I think the statistics 1 out of 4 black people will marry. Like black females, 1 out of 4. So like
25%.
75% of black females won't marry.
That sucks.
That means 3 out of 4 people are dying alone. But that's like the reality, though.
3 out of 4 black people, not people in general.
Asians, I'm black, so I don't look at others. Like,
I'm black. Fuck all the other races. So,
but red pill is basically about like knowing female nature, like hypergamy and like other things and how females think and moving.
So when did you, I guess, kind of discover that you were a red pill man? Did you always have red pill thoughts but didn't really know what they were red pill, or did you kind of watch videos and like, oh, I kind of want to be a red pill?
No, I always had red pill thoughts, but I was more on purple pill because I still had like simp mentality. Cause I was raised by a single mom, so she always taught me like respect women, blah blah blah, all that
chivalry, opening the door,
flowers on the first date bullshit. Like, so I was purple pill because I had red pill thoughts, but I still have some like blue pill thoughts as well. Basically, blue pills are not always simps, but they put women on pedestals and stupid shit like that. Like, but basically, yeah. So I pretty much.
We're gonna say that the way you just scratch that off.
Because I mean, like, because the thing about like red pill, it's not like offensive to women, or at least not trying to be. Like, you know, like, all right. So back to you. Do you feel like women should be put on like a pedestal?
In a sense, maybe not like she's a god in a way, but like definitely like she should
be treated like a queen.
In a sense, definitely better than definitely like I'm not gonna treat my girlfriend the same as I treat all these other hoes and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like she's definitely on that pedestal. Like she's definitely a lot of steps above the others.
I'm just saying in general, like.
Just like if I'm walking down the street and I see a female, I'm like, and then I'm immediately like, oh, she's a god.
Or no. Like when you're trying to like pursue or chase a female.
Not really, no.
Like. Okay.
Not unless, because I definitely used to, but then after shooting shots and then seeing, how they kind of don't really work out, I don't really put you on a pedestal until we have that connection and then we start, we're talking and shit like that. Because if I just, matched with some girl on Tinder real quick and then send her a message, I'm not going to be like, oh, my queen, my devil queen, I'm not going to say some stupid shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's just, she's...
This is a female. All right. How you feel about marriage?
I feel like it is. I feel like it's not as pressurized as it used to be because I feel like back in the day it was definitely tradition to get married, have children, and I feel like nowadays people are more independent. Me personally, at this moment in my life, 21 years old, I'm too young to get married. Now, am I saying I don't want to get married down the line? Absolutely not.
Get married?
Yeah, I want to get married. I want to have kids, but I'm like right now at the moment.
So do you only want to get married to have kids, or just, you like the concept of
No, I guess I like the. I guess I kind of like the concept of marriage because the idea of I don't know, the idea of just sleeping around with other people doesn't really attract me. So like having one person and then just having a life together with them. Yeah, but I feel like it's weird to just be. Oh, this has been my girlfriend for 75 years. You know what I'm saying?
What's the difference?
Paperwork. I don't know. I don't know because I feel like no, because I don't know. A wife is just I feel like a little bit more has more serious ties to it. You know what I'm saying? Because if if I've had girlfriends where they're like girlfriends. You know what I'm saying? But then you have a girlfriend that's like. Has wife potential. You can see the difference. There's like to me, I can see a difference. Like the girls, like they're they're just for the streets of the hoes. They're not ready. But you can see, she may not be like, oh, I need to be married right now, but she definitely like has wife tendencies. Wife, yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so, yeah.
All right.
So I mean, yeah. So like me, if you ask me if I want to get married now, right now, this very day, 21 years old, I'm probably gonna say no, just because I'm 21. But I'm not gonna. I'm never not gonna get married.
Okay.
I need a motherfucking career first before I get married.
So what do you think females look for in a guy?
I definitely think they look for maybe not as much of a power dynamic as they used to, because there are some females that still look for that power dynamic. I think that's a big thing, like because even though there are some females that like to just be a whole dominant. I feel that there definitely are females that just need a man to have a little bit of power. You know what I'm saying? Because even something as little as going out to a restaurant and then just ordering for her because she doesn't, because you're like she just wants to be able to take that charge or be like, hey, I didn't want pickles on my burger, dog. Can we instead of just be like, oh, I'll take the pickles off, I'll eat it. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the power, a little bit of power.
Assertiveness.
Yeah. There you go. That's a better word for it. Assertiveness. Definitely. I don't know, clean cut in a sense. Like you can dress a bum. I don't know. Nowadays people just be fucking dating homeless people.
Well, what about personality? Because looks vary.
Respectable.
What do you mean?
People around him have like a respect for him. Like if you ask people like, oh, if you ask people how they feel about me, I don't really think many people are gonna be like, he's a fucking asshole. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna have good things about me. So I don't feel like a female would want to date a nigga who's just an asshole to everybody around him. Like you know what I'm saying? Like he can be kind. I guess. Kind, funny.
Females looking for kind, funny.
Kind, funny. Even though they do be going to assholes.
Okay, and then if you were to, I guess like.
I think they'd rather a funnier dude than a nicer dude. I guess you could say.
Well, females don't like nice dudes, anyways.
Yeah, so that's why. Yeah, that's why I said more funny.
I'm not a comedian, so I ain't trying to be funny with nobody. You feel me?
I was born funny. I can't really do anything about it.
Yeah.
It's in my genes.
So I think you have some red pill thoughts, but they're not like defined in your head. So you have more blue pill thoughts, really, because marriage is not a good thing for men, like at all. 50% of marriages end in divorce, right? Mm-hmm. So that's like I flip a coin and she's gonna take half my shit, basically. Mm-hmm. So that's
one thing that makes me uncomfortable about it is the how half-see things. Yeah. That's one thing. Always, even when I was younger, and then like they're arguing, and then the wife is like, "Get out!" And it's like, "Bitch, I bought the house. What do you mean get out? You get the fuck out." Like that's always pissed me off. How the hell she does that? That's always pissed me off. That's the only thing. I know that's the thing I don't like. That's the only thing I don't like about marriage.
Well, I mean, so marriage has like a lot of like other than having kids, I don't approve of marriage for like men. Like no, seriously, like, cause the statistics.
So you're never gonna get married?
Well, I want to have like 6 kids, so I gotta get married. But it's gonna be a different.
What if you find a partner that will conceive kids but doesn't want to get married?
Then that's fine with me. But even that's not a good deal though, because like custody, like the court systems are not in men's favor.
Yeah.
At all. So like custody automatically goes to the female. If a female wants to put the kid up to adoption, she doesn't have to tell a man. Mm-hmm. And so like the world is not set up in men's favor, right? So that's like with being red pill is being aware of those things. Like if I get married to a broad, you know, I'm liable to lose half my shit. I'm liable to do this, even with prenups, even with all that.
I was gonna say, unless you sign that prenup.
You know, like every child I have, my wife, girlfriend, whatever, I'm gonna need a DNA test. Like, you think I'm joking, but like a lot of females are not faithful. Like, so there's a lot of people right now that.
So do you want? Can we go back to the 6 kids real quick? Do you want 6 kids with 6 different females, or 6 kids with 1 female, or just however it happens?
However it happens. I just need 6. I want like 4 boys, 2 girls. I'd rather have more boys than girls, to be honest with you.
Why 6 though? Because you said you have to have 6.
Because I want to build a legacy like for myself, and I also want to build like a powerful family. Mm-hmm. So basically, I want to be able to raise 6 kids that can go in different fields in life. So one might follow my footsteps. It'll be like my heir or whatever. Heir to your throne. The other 6 will either branch out or still follow my footsteps. It just depends.
So kind of like how they did it traditionally, like, you know, the bloodlines. You know, like the family, they kept it all.
Family line. So it'll be the, you know, I have like a family estate and things like that, and I'll have like cul-de-sac and all that stuff in it. So it's I really rather not have any girls, but genetics like are not in my favor that way. Like the probability of me having. Why
don't you want any daughters?
Because they're just an hassle. Like girls left to their own devices are naturally destructive. Like that's all another thing about being bred, but like.
Well, I guess you can trace. You kind of can argue that because didn't Eve eat the apple, or was it Adam who ate the apple?
Yeah, so like Eve ate the apple. Even like with the feminist movement, right? Females rather destroy than create. Like so, most 97% of creators are men. Like 97% of the patents are made by men. Like you know, like 90%, like the infrastructure, men are in the jobs. Like not saying there's like not female scientists. But the majority are men, like 90, like in the 97% range are men. Females destroy. Like so, when they had like the female empowerment walk and shit, instead of having a peaceful walk, they fucking looted, they fucking broke stuff, and they set things on fire.
So, do you think that if we had a female president, we would have more war? Do you think?
No.
Do you think the nuclear code would go off first day if we had a female president?
No, I feel like it'd be bad for our nation.
Why?
Because we're already raising like the way our society's set up right now is already bad for our nation. Like we're raising feminine boys, like with the cartoons and everything, the propaganda that they're putting out. Like weak men make a weak nation, right? So female, like they're more susceptible. Like so, take AOC for example. She's like a politician of some sort, right? So she's a black female politician, but
who is this?
AOC. It's like
I thought you were naming off a company at first. I was like, hey, what the fuck are you talking about?
So like her whole thing is right.
Okay, yeah, I know exactly who this is. Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez.
Yeah, so she she's one of them. Like she tries to fight for like women. Like she doesn't really know what she's talking about or the effects of what she's talking about. And I don't really follow politicians for much, but like the things that she does aren't beneficial to our nation. Basically, like she makes a lot of contradictions to herself and things like that. Mm-hmm. And you know, and I mean it's not all like females. You know, like for example, it's just that the females tend to listen to other females, and then females are like louder, like online and stuff. Like it's mainly like Karen's a thing, but you don't hear nothing about Bill. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like it's
because there are Bills out there.
Yeah, but it's just Karen's like the main thing you hear about because
you see more of them. They're more prominent. A lot more of them.
Females are more like, you know, I guess aggressive when it comes to their voice. Like men, we use our violence. You know, that's another thing for me to have like my family of 6 because they're gonna have
in case one of them ends up in jail.
Well, no.
Oh.
Why would they end up in jail?
I don't know. You just went from violence to that's why I want to have 6.
Like, no, like
maybe one was gonna murder.
So if I have a family of 6, right, and we're all leaders, right, in whatever fields that we choose to be, I have financial power. Like, so if I want to destroy my opponents and enemies, ops, all that, I would do it financially, not physically, because like Lil Durk and I think Quando Rondo or whatever.
Yeah.
So instead of killing Quando Rondo, Lil Durk's buying out all his like concerts and stuff. So he's killing them off financially. If you can't work, you can't eat. Like so he's killing them off financially. And then since he's killing all that way, he has to be more prominent in the streets, so he's more liable to like fuck up and eventually get killed.
Yeah.
So you would kill your opponents financially, then emotionally, and sometimes physically, depending.
How bad you want them to hurt.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends how bad the opponent is. Because you normally can kill somebody financially, and then emotionally, you don't really have to worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, but like I said, it depends on how bad you want them to hurt.
Yeah.
I could take all your money away, all your happiness away, and then if I could leave you and be like, oh, he's sad, I got enough. But then I could just come and fucking beat the shit out of you too, and then you'd be hurting, and I'd be like, oh, yeah, that's.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't agree with disdain and belittling people, because like human vengeance is like a real thing, like a raffle. Like if you step on my pride, like there's like a switch that will flip off in me that will like make me into like an Ashura, like pretty much the embodiment of death. Like I'm coming for you.
If you embarrass me in a sense.
Like even embarrassment. Like see when somebody gets embarrassed, right? They want to fight.
Yeah, because I was watching this thing on Vice last night, and it was about talk shows in the '90s, and then this one talk show had, because like Jerry Springer's like all that shit. So this one talk show had this gay dude and this girl on, and then they were confessing to the gay dude's friend about a crush. And so they told the dude to come on because someone had to confess a crush. So he thought it was a girl off default, but it was his gay friend. And then he kind of got embarrassed on live TV, and then 3 days later ended up killing the gay dude, and then went to jail for it.
Because like there's boundaries you don't cross, and like you shouldn't step on like. So there's a saying like if a caged rabbit, like a caged animal is rabid, or like it'll fight back. You know what I'm saying? You never push somebody into a corner. If you push them into a corner, they got nothing to lose. Yeah. So if I got nothing to lose, and like say I like.
That's why they always say man who has nothing to lose is like the most dangerous man of them all.
Exactly. So you never push your opponents. Like you either kill them or you crush them, but you never push them to the edge. Like if you're gonna push them to the edge, you better kill them. Yeah. I mean that's my personal opinion. Even though we're in like a peaceful like society and shit, like you should never like push your opponents to the edge. Unless you're prepared for it. But like when the niggas that be dissing on like they dead offs and shit, and then they end up dead in a week because you're pushing somebody into that corner, like where it's just like, man, fuck this shit, and then they're willing to take risk. Yeah,
all you had to do was not say what you had to say.
Yeah, and sometimes it's not like the rappers are killing the people; they're just speaking on it. But since you lost your life for some shit you didn't have to do, because now like what's happening every time they go to school. Oh, that nigga Quando just diss on your homie. Yeah. You say you a big gangster, blah blah blah.
What you gonna do? Yeah.
This nigga got a whole album about that shit, and then that's just how it ends up. But it's just like it's
that's like that Young Ace and Fulio shit going on too in Jacksonville. The whole you don't know nothing about that. No. I'll save that for next episode because we're about at that 30-minute mark, ladies and gentlemen. So we're gonna wrap it up here. Do you have any lasting, Mr. Red Pill? Do you have any lasting insights, any lasting quotes to leave with the people to think about until next week, to ponder on?
Nah, I mean, you're either gonna be a beta, a simp, if you want to be, or you're gonna be a leader. Push yourself forward. So it's up to you as a person.
It's okay to be built like a simp, but as long as your dick ain't built like a shrimp, you're all right.
Not even then. Like I don't like simps or betas or anything like that. Like they deserve to die. Because remember I told you, like if you start affecting me, because like as a black person in America, what other black people do is reflected on me, and what other men do is reflected on me. So when you're a simp and a beta, and these hoes, like say if I want to be nice to a hoe, now she's gonna treat me like a beta or a simp just because these motherfuckers, they don't know how to act correctly. They want to put them on a pedestal. That fucks up me. So fuck them niggas. You feel me? But that's the end of the episode.
So I guess he did have something to end on. All right. So there we go. Fuck all betas and fuck all sims.
We'll probably have a red pill like central. I'll pull up some questions and I'll ask Brad some more in depth. But right now you kind of have some blue pill thoughts. So
let's see if Derrick can transition me over to a red pill. But until next time, peace. It's your host, Brad, here. I want to thank you for watching the video. And if you like what you see, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more. Peace.